Hello everybody, welcome to Sure Shot Archery and beautiful Dublin, Ohio. Here I'm giving you a tour of the 2024 Buckeye Classic. We just got to finish up this last circle here before we head to Dairy Fields. Anyway, this is one of at least two entrances to this park where the tournament is held. This is probably the more common entrance. It's also closer to where you're going to have to shoot, unless they move the tournament. But this year, this is the best way to get to this venue. There is another exit or entrance out the other side of the building, kind of where that van came, if you were able to see that on the video. Basically, if you make a left here, there's another way out that way, but we're not really concerned about that. We're gonna take you down the main route. They got signs laying out what direction the archery is. They have signs also telling you not to park on the grass. We got very strict instructions this year that do not park on the grass because they are towing without warning. So yeah, don't do that. You got to find a parking spot. You're going to get a pretty good view of the parking. You're going to get a good view of a lot of things. We're going to show you the field. We're going to see all the targets. We're going to see the layout of the field. We're going to check out the vendors, bathroom situations, check in. We're not going to try to run over anybody. You're also going to see how much these parking lots get filled up with the people attending these events. I would say, from my experience, all these cars you're seeing are all archers actively, here at the tournament. I'm filming this on the official qualification day for the youth divisions. The seniors shoot in the afternoon, so the vast majority of the senior archers and master archers are not here. This should be mostly kids. And there's two levels deep worth of parking. There's this big main drive that I'm driving down now, and on both sides there's parking. Some of it is taken up by vendors. We'll check out those vendors, but other than that, there's a lot of parking, but it fills up because there is a lot of archers here. I'll be driving all the way down. We're actually going to be walking towards the event because after this row here, this big empty section, that's the back end of the tournament. Now we're going under the high voltage power lines, and I'm gonna go and try and find a decent parking spot, preferably in the shade. We'll see what happens, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, so we found a parking spot, and we're on our way to the very beginning of the field. There are drop-off sections up in this first row here where you can drop off your archers and then go and try to find a parking spot if that's the way you want to do things. Other than that, we're going to start on target one. We're going to work our way up the field, checking out everything that's going on and stopping at all the various other locations. We'll check out DOS and registration, check-in. We'll check out the vendors as well. All right, got Daryl Pace making some announcements about everything starting. Got a nice breeze going on right here.
At this time, we would like to take a moment of silence for an archer who passed recently. He was a champion, Richard Butch Johnson. He was on 5 Olympic teams, two-time Pan American gold medalist, national champion. He was disciplined in both compound and recurve. And it's a loss to many in our archery community. This time we take a moment of silence. Thank you.
All right. I actually shot with Butch Johnson several years, actually probably almost a decade worth of my archery career. Oh, and we're gonna have the national anthem too. we're really hitting this right on the peak. Full experience.
Veterans, military, step to the shooting line. You may salute.
All right, well that was a rare treat. All these videos I've filmed, and I think this is the first time I ever caught the tournament starting like right on cue like this. So that's pretty neat. And I've been filming these for I don't know, 6+ years. Anyway, let's talk about the tournament layout. Obviously, you got your targets, you got your 3-meter line, your shooting line, your equipment line. There's a media line. You have the archers canopies here. The coaches are usually allowed under there too if you're a approved coach and you got the correct wristband, not this wristband, but some other color wristband. These next set of canopies, tents, are premium seating. So you pay for a band, you get shade and a chair, and then this final section is free. You have to bring your own stuff and you have to follow the tenting rules. Your tent must be on the X because there's actually, I guess, some ordinances or something along those lines. There's some kind of laws in Dublin about tents and not having yourself an unimproved encampment, because then you need permits and documentation in order to have more than X amount of tents in a particular area, something along those lines. Anyway, that aside, it actually does make it kind of nice because then not everybody's jamming tents on top of each other, and you can actually have room to walk. Doesn't become a hazard if we actually have to get off the field because of lightning or something like that. So it does actually work pretty good. Bathrooms of choice are going to be porta potties, by the way. There's hand washing stations. They got a couple of these set up and down the field. There is a couple cut-throughs to the archers section. It's all separated by these orange plastic fences kind of thing they got going on here. So pretty cool, pretty well laid out in my opinion. The field itself's really nice. It's a pretty well maintained grass. It seems like it's mowed pretty often too. No crazy divots. It is a public field, so it definitely gets some use. But I think overall it's pretty good. With that, let's go and check out some of the food and vendors. So they have food trucks that show up, and I guess we'll try to get on the correct side of them. They actually have 3 food trucks right now. So we got one there and 2 more here. A whole variety of food. They change every year, but there's food trucks every year. We got some generators cranking away right now. One of the vendors that is here is Lancaster. I actually bought some nocks from them yesterday because I needed additional nocks. So I figured I would save on the shipping and pick up some nocks. We also have some other vendors, I think, up front here. Yep, we got Joey's bowstrings. Let's see, who else do we have? Do we have anybody else? I don't think there's. No, there should be. Yes, Rebel Gear's here. I think they're the official sponsor of this event. So they're here with their spotting scopes and binoculars. Really cool. And I think that's basically everybody. Oh, besides, I think there's some Boy Scouts here selling stuff for, I guess, their troop. But with that, though, we're in a prime location for some other things. Right in front of us is Archer and spectator check-in registration. You can go pay for your premium seating or your coaching pass, or make sure that you get your band if you're shooting the tournament like I am, and then you get your goodie bag. They actually gave out really nice. I don't know, wouldn't call it like a mug. It's like a tumbler type of thing. I'm sure there's an official name for it. Maybe like a Stanley Cup or something along those lines. I'm not down with all of the new lingo on what you call a container for liquids here. It's a cup. It's got a handle, but it's very nice, and it's labeled Rebel Gear, which is pretty cool. Here we go again, explaining the seating. In front of us is DOS. They're in charge of all the timers, clocks, announcements. You got Daryl Pace there in the white shirt with the white hair. He's doing all the announcements, and all the youth divisions are shooting their first arrows for school right now. So pretty awesome. Right now we're in the middle of the field. Middle of the field ends at target 59, where it splits, and then it starts up again at target 60 all the way through. It looks like over 100. We'll have to get down there. Compound's on the kind of second half of the field, so we'll go walk that way. Also, yes, very important, equipment inspection. That blank target there is for the compound equipment inspection, and the recurve one they were doing in the same area. So the whole field kind of converges on this one area to get their equipment inspected. Now that's done before you actually start shooting for scores, so that's why there's no line. I did mine on unofficial practice day because it just makes life easier. But it works pretty well. This is the registration tent again that I just pointed out a moment ago, and it looks like the t-shirt guys are here making t-shirts. So you can get a custom t-shirt made for this event. You can choose the different logos and stuff you want on it, what you want it to say, the design, and everything else. Pretty cool.
Are you in line?
Lots of tents again, and even more important to some people is there's actually a real bathroom in that building there, which is pretty cool. So if you want to avoid the porta potties, you can technically go there. With that, though, we are starting to come to the end of this tour, and we're actually going all the way up to target 104. Looks like it's going to be the end of this tournament, which is a lot of archers. It looks like all the targets are full for the most part, so that's pretty sweet. And this is the compound section. All right, so there you have it. That is a tour of Buckeye Classic 2024. Hope to see you guys here next year. It's a great tournament. I personally drive here, so it's nice savings of money. I can just fly. I don't have to fly, which is nice. Other than that, I will have links to the Buckeye Classic website and USA Archery, so you can check them out in the description down below. And other than that, as always, happy shooting.